Good afternoon, my awesome friends. How are you all? Before I start, I just want to apologise for the state of me. I'm an absolute wreck today. I'm so sorry. I've had a shocking week this week, very stressful, and I've just finished work, just thrown some food down me, some lunch. It's 2:30 now. So instead of like going upstairs and getting myself changed and ready, I just dived into the video. So I am so sorry I look a mess. I'm sorry my kitchen's a mess as well. Like I said, I've just finished work, so I've not really had time to do any housework or anything, but I've missed you these last 2 days, so I wanted to do a quick video with you today. Might just lift you up a little bit if you'll just forgive me for messing with the camera while I'm recording. I am sorry about that. I'll just try and tighten that up if it'll let me. Right, so I thought I'd get on today and do the most easiest baking recipe you'll ever do, and one of my favourites. I love this recipe. It's 2 ingredients. It's that easy. Now I do use my cast iron skillet, which I absolutely love. I really love this cast iron skillet. You can just use a baking tray. You don't need a cast iron skillet. I just use one because they do bake better in these. But I'm just going to put that in the oven to be warming up with the oven, because that's what you're meant to do with cast iron. You put it in a cold oven, put the oven on and warm it up together. If you haven't got one and you're thinking of getting one, that is. If you've already got one, you'll already know and be an expert in cast iron cookware. The best cookware you'll ever buy, and if you look after it, it lasts forever. Anyway, never mind all that. Never mind my horrible, stressful week. Let's get into some baking, shall we? I thought this week we could do with a treat. And seeing as it's only 2 ingredients in equal amounts, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So if you are going shopping this weekend, please, just get my towel so I can wash my hands. Please treat yourself to some double cream or heavy whipping cream, whichever. I just use double cream, and it's equal amounts, so it doesn't matter really. You can use a cup, you can use a cup and a half, you can use 2 cups. It really doesn't matter. This is half a cup. So I've got double cream here. There we go. I'll just pop the camera down so you can see what I'm doing, if it'll let me without falling over. You can still see my pan there from my lunch today. I just steamed some, what did I steam for my lunch today? I've just eaten it. Smoked haddock. Oh, it was so good. I just quickly steamed it in there, threw it down my neck, and then pressed record. So we have, oh, I don't want to put that in yet, do I? We've got self-raising flour. Self-raising flour. Now, as you know, self-raising flour has baking powder in it to help with that's what makes it rise. So what we're going to do, if you just have plain flour, then you'll need to add a teaspoon or maybe 2 teaspoons of baking powder, depending on how much flour you're using. This is a half cup measurement, this. So I'm just going to put 2 cups in. So that's 1 cup. I'm hoping I've got enough cream because I couldn't get a very big tub this week. That's 1 cup. Please try not to make as much mess as I'm making. There's flour everywhere. I'm sure you won't be as messy as me. So we've got, I don't know if you can see all that flour everywhere. Right, we've got 2 cups of flour in here, and into that 2 cups of flour we're going to add 2 cups of cream. Now with what's left, which is about just less than half a tub, I will pop that in the mixer and I'll whisk it up so it's all So it looks like clotted cream, resembles clotted cream. Right, that's just, I can't let that go to waste. I love cream. I can just pour it on the cereal. I love it that much. See, if you weren't looking, I'd have got my finger in there and licked it all out. I won't be so disgusting on here though. Right, so I'll just pop that out of the way. All we're going to do is mix this up now to a nice sticky dough. Now this is what the Americans call biscuits, and they serve it with gravy. Oh, lovely, lovely American friends. I've got some wonderful friends in America. So they call this a biscuits. We call it scones. Now, if I was doing a fruit scone, I would do the original recipe, original traditional recipe. But because I'm doing this for like an English tea, if you will, so I'm going to be doing it with cream and jam, I'm doing this version because it's absolutely amazing. Right, so it's 2 cups of flour, self-raising, 2 cups of cream, double cream, heavy whipping cream or your heavy double cream. So we want to make this into scones now, don't we? I washed that as well, still got some marks on it. Right, I've got my baking mat here. I know it's hard to see because that pan's in the way, isn't it now? Ouch, that's hot. So, we're just going to use the best mixer and squish all this together into a dough. Oops, feels a bit dry, but it will be fine. We're just waiting for that flour to soak in all the moisture of the cream. It's usually a bit wetter than this. But today it's very sunny and very warm out there. It doesn't feel humid at all. There's no humidity in the air today, or hardly any. But we will just mix this together. Keep mixing it so that when we come to roll it, I think that's a little bit dry, you know. I might just add a splash more cream to that mixture because I do want it to stick together, because we're going to roll it out with a rolling pin and it's just not feeling. Usually it literally just needs 2 and 2, so let's just get this mixed together better. Right, so we keep mixing, keep mixing. I love this because, you know, it's just, again, 2 ingredients, flour and cream. I mean, you don't even have to think about it either, because whatever flour you put in, you just put equal parts of cream in, so that's sticking together better now. So let's hope we can get this to stick. Oh, that's much better, just adding that little drop more of cream. I must have just added a little more over the flour than I did the cream. It isn't usually this dry. So let's try again, shall we? So we're just gonna get all this pressed out. By which time we've got this done, the oven should have preheated. Can you see that? Just move this over a little bit so you can see better. Right, I will just grab a rolling pin. Won't be a moment. Just a tiny bit of flour on there because I don't want to put too much on with it being quite dry as it is. It's quite crumbly, that. So we're going to roll it out so it's nice and flat. try and turn it over a little bit here. I wonder if I've got my bench. Oh, I have. It should be here. See, this will help. That's better. Well, it's nice and moist now. I do tend to make a real mess when I'm baking. I really should wear my apron. I do tend to wear my apron when I'm baking. Just because I'm so messy. Right, so get that relatively flat. I am so sorry if you can't see this. Try with my mucky floury hands and move this down a little bit more. You can see that's better. So we're going to get this nice and flat-ish. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it. Because we want these scones to have layers when they're baking. Roll it out again. And I make different amounts every time. It never seems to make the same amount. I usually get 6, 7, but I've been known to have 8. So. Sticking now. We'll just fold that over again. A bit like, do you know when you're making puff pastry with all the butter? It's a little bit like that. Where you keep rolling it out and folding it. That's looking wonderful now, and you'll get lots and lots of layers in that now. This is where my husband comes in handy when he's at home, when I'm doing stuff like this, because he tends to roll it out for me, because I've got very, very weak wrists, so doing this can really hurt. So what thickness is that at? That is about 1.5 centimetres, so we'll get it down a little bit more. That beep was the oven letting me know it's up to temperature. So I didn't get a video out yesterday because my husband actually got a phone call as he was about to set off to work saying, your route's been caught, don't come in. So he got yesterday off. So we decided to go and get a few bits that we needed from the supermarket, because I wanted some like dried kidney beans and lentils and chickpeas and things like that. I have tinned, but I wanted to have some more packets of dried, ready for when I start canning. Because my pressure canner is on the way now. It's gone from California to Illinois, to Texas, to Illinois, to somewhere else I can't remember. It's been all over. It's been in Santa Fe. It's been everywhere, and it's now gone from, I can't remember the shipping company now. I've been following it for days. It's now with DHL International. So I'm ready to be shipped across to England. So I wanted to get a few bits ready for when my pressure canner arrives. Should be the 2nd of May, and then we'll have lots of pressure canning videos to do with you. So yesterday we were just getting some bits and pieces that we wanted, and we also, it's about a centimetre, so that's nice and flat now. I also wanted to get my husband to do some, oh crap, where's my pastry cutters gone? That one, I'll use that one. I don't know where the rest of them have gone. Oh, my pastry cutters have gone missing from my holder over there in the corner. Oh well, never mind. We can make do with this one, can't we? I'll put it back. put it back. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to put a bit of flour in this bowl here to keep dipping my cutter in the flour. We're just going to press and lift. Do not twist. Twisting it will stop it from rising. So you literally just press and lift. If you twist it, you're sealing the edges so that it won't rise as well. Oh, I tell you what I forgot to put in my cast iron pan before I put it in the oven, a little bit of butter. So I'll just pop. I could put some ghee in there, couldn't I? I've got some ghee. But I've grabbed the butter now, so I'll just put the butter in. I'm just going to put a tiny, about that much. I'm just going to put that much in. And that can be melting in the cast iron pot. So it's push down and pull up. Yeah, I had to go and buy some more ghee yesterday as well. I'd cooked some pork chops in my cast iron skillet, and when I finished I wash it and season it again, and I tend to season it with either coconut oil or ghee. And I couldn't find my ghee. I looked all over for it. I eventually found it, used it to season my cast iron pan, because I do it every time I've used it. And I just put it on the side and didn't think anything of it. And then I went to bed because it was getting quite late when we had our tea the other night. And we kept hearing this noise, a right racket down in the kitchen. We knew it was dog. And I kept saying to husband, what's that flipping dog up to? The good dog, not the naughty dog. What is George up to? He's making a right racket down there, eating his tea. Sounds like he's tearing kitchen apart. So husband come down to make a brew to find he'd only managed to get my ghee off the cupboard top, managed to get the lid off and eat it all. I mean, luckily there wasn't a right lot left in the tin. I do use ghee a lot, so there's about that much left in the bottom of the tin. A lot as far as uses for cooking. I would have got a lot more uses out of it, but thankfully not a whole tub, folks. That would have probably made him very sick. So thankfully there wasn't enough in, to do that. It wouldn't have really done him any harm, but it could have made him a bit sick. So yeah, he ate all my ghee. So yesterday while we were out, I saw a right good offer. Usually a tub of ghee like that could be anything between £5 and £8. And it's half the size of this one. It's usually about that size, up to about there. And you can pay anything from £5 to £8 for it. I found this in Morrison's, double the size, a kilogram, and it was £4.79, I want to say. £4.79 I think it was. Less than a fiver anyway. So I grabbed that and I thought, that price, why didn't I grab two? I really should have done, shouldn't I? But anyway, we come back from the shopping yesterday. We only picked some, like I said, some dried beans up and that ghee. And then we come home and husband got the compost and the farmyard manure mixed up, all mixed together to just top up the raised beds for me. And then I was going to put the onion sets out, but I read something yesterday, I don't know if it's true or not, that we're meant to get like snow and ice and very cold conditions towards the beginning of next week. We're supposed to be coming from Scandinavia, like a Scandinavian weather front's coming our way. I don't know if it's true or not, and if you guys have heard that. So I might just hold off to find out, because my husband's heard the opposite. We're meant to be getting a heat wave, 40-degree heat wave. So he said, I don't know what to do really with these vegetables that we want to plant out. Because we've got the little mini polytunnel things to put over it. So I could put potatoes out, couldn't I? And do my carrots, I think. Just put polytunnel over them. Just not knowing what to do for best, people. My friend Marianne at Wallflowers, she's got hers out. Go and visit Wallflowers YouTube. She's an excellent channel. Love Marianne to bits. Her and her husband really do teach frugal at its best. Their channel is phenomenal. I'll put a link below for them. Please go and visit them and say hi from me, because she really is very knowledgeable, is Marianne. Very knowledgeable. She's a wonderful woman. So yeah, go and visit her and tell her I've sent you and to say hi. I want to get her following up to over, oh, she has hit over 4,000 now. But we always want to get people's followings up, don't we? She has hit 4,000 now, so over 4,000 now, which is fantastic news. I'm really pleased for her. Wonderful lady. And that's that, friends. That is that. Self-raising flour and double cream, equal amounts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 this time. I must be using a slightly smaller cutter. I don't think I've ever managed 12 before. In fact, I'm sure I haven't. Absolutely thrilled with that batch, because they are big enough, aren't they, really? They'll rise. So, I might be wrong, I might have made 12 before. It's been a few months now since I've made them. I'm just going to pop, I know I don't want you to do this, but I always do it when I'm using my cast iron out of oven. I always pop a towel on top. I don't trust these glass induction hobs, I don't know why. Now then, let's get this. It'll be mega hot, this, so if you are using cast iron and you get one of these for the first time, just be aware the heat even comes through the oven gloves. Absolutely phenomenal. It can be cooked on an open fire. Oh, they're just brilliant. I can't praise cast iron enough. I think I've used all my spatulas and fish slices. So I might just have to use a wooden one. Everything's in dishwasher. So I'm just going to pop these in the pan. I do hope you can see. I'm so sorry if you can't. I don't move the angle down anymore in case the camera falls down. You can see like part of it, can't you? Just leaving a bit of a gap between them to only a bit of a gap. You don't need to leave a massive gap. Just wondering if it's easier for me to just carefully flop them in. What do you think? And then I'll pop them in, them 4. I've never done a second batch before. So those are in the pan now. I'm going to pop them in for 15 minutes. Half past 1 now, isn't it? 2:30, sorry. It's 2:45. I'll get them out. I'm just going to pop this double cream that's left over. I'm going to whip that up later and put it in the fridge. So I will serve that on the biscuits that we've made with some jam. I absolutely love this recipe. Me and my husband have had this, like I said, I haven't made it for a couple of months now, but we do have it quite, you know, we've had it quite a lot over the recent months. Just try and move you up a little bit. There you go, there you go. We do make these regularly because they're so easy. They're so Like I say, you don't have to think about it, do you? You just don't have to think about it. So, if you know what the weather's meant to be like in England over the next few days, put a comment below, because we're getting mixed messages on what it's meant to be doing, and we just don't know whether to put our veggies that I'm in. My courgettes are ready for planting out. I've got some herbs I need to plant out. I've got parsley and mint I need to get planted out. My dogs are at the back door wanting to go out. So it's just a bit of a conundrum. I don't know what to do for the best. I know on the gardening group on Facebook that I'm in a couple of different gardening groups. They're fabulous. They're doing mixed things. Some are putting out, some aren't. Some are saying it's too early, some aren't. I don't know. I know one of the people from Lancashire were saying they've put theirs out. Then somebody else from Lancashire was saying, no, not for another week yet, not for another week or two. But I've not even started my carrots yet. I was watching Mary Ann and her husband this morning doing their carrots. They bought some carrot, well, they got it from Food Initiative, and it's carrot seeds on a tape, and you just plant the tape in. So easy and straightforward. So I thought, well, I could do the tissue paper method, couldn't I, where you put the seeds on a damp tissue paper and then you plant that out, so it's just like straight down, you're not messing. Might do that with that, and might do that with my carrots and my lettuce. If I do, I'll film it so you know what I'm doing. I might do the tissue paper method, which is very similar than the tape one that Mary Ann and her husband have done, because it's just already been prepared for you. So I might do that with lettuce and carrots. But my potatoes need to go out. They shouldn't be stressed by any bad weather if we get it. So I don't know what to do really. The sun is absolutely gorgeous out there though. Washing's out. So how are you all? What are you up to today? It's Thursday. Are you at work? Are you watching this after work? If you are, you have my sympathy. It feels weird with all kids going back to school now after Easter holidays. Are yours back? I don't know, because a lot of my friends are on holiday at the moment with their kids, so I'm not even sure they're all back yet. I think some go back different times, don't they? I don't know. Right, so I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I won't keep you waiting for like 15 minutes for these scones. I'll come back when they're done, because I've got another exciting recipe for you tomorrow, and hopefully it's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? So hopefully by the weekend I should have some little gardening bits for you as well. Excuse me, I think I've got a couple of recipes, like easy pantry recipes that are mostly pantry, but not, you will need like some mincemeat, and you will need a couple of other ingredients, I think, for the ones I'm going to do. Maybe. And then I'm going to do a very easy recipe that's not a pantry recipe. It's all fresh ingredients, but that is just too easy, just like these scones, too easy. You'll need some diced beef and onions and potatoes for that one, and garlic. 4 ingredients, that's all you need. Oh, a bit of butter and oil, obviously, because we all use butter and oil for cooking, don't we? So yeah, look, that's coming up over the next few days. Got quite a lot of videos planned for you, if I can get them done, if we've time, because Tuesday and Wednesday were just impossible to do any filming. So yeah, I will come back to you when these biscuits are done. I'll see you in a few minutes. We're back. I'll just move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. I did give it a little longer than 15 minutes. I gave it about 17, maybe 18 minutes max. So we're just going to take this out of the oven now. Oh, look at those beauties. look at those beauties. And what you can see here, the layers, and that's with rolling it out, folding it, rolling it out and folding it, and doing that 3 or 4 times. You get these wonderful layers. Aren't they beautiful? These smell so delicious. I'm just going to pop them on the cooling rack there. Probably could have taken those out after 16 minutes actually. I don't usually do them that dark, but they're going to be so good. I'm going to pop these in. So it's 15 minutes. I'll see you after 15 minutes, and then I just took the opportunity of cleaning up while I was, where are you? There you are. I just did a bit of washing up and cleaning up while I was just waiting for those to bake. So I'm just gonna, I know they're a bit too hot, and then I'm just gonna cut one in half so that you can see. I'm not brave enough to touch them though, because they're so hot, 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 hot. You can't see it, can you? Let me have a look. I'm not going to be brave enough to touch it. Let's get this one. This looks like my favourite one. Oh, they are so beautiful. Look at those. Look at those. Is it going to be? Ouch, yeah. Too hot to touch. That was just like a sharp knife through melted butter, that. You see the deliciousness of that. Absolutely amazing balls. So what I'll do when they've cooled down, I'll whip some milk up. I'll whip some double cream up till it's really thick, and I'll put jam and cream on there. It's so good, isn't it? I really want to just eat that as it is now, but I'll be good. I won't. I'm still hungry because I only had steamed fish for my dinner, as you know. So that can just go up there to cool down for a moment. And then when the next batch come out, there'll be none left tomorrow, and there's only me and my husband here. There'll be none left tomorrow, because he'll have probably 2 after his tea, then he'll have another 2 tonight for supper. I'll have probably had 2 by then, that's 6. Then he'll get up tomorrow and he'll have another 2, and then he'll just take the rest to break. Just have them as they are. No, it goes to waste in this house. I can tell you, nothing goes to waste in this house. So tonight, all I'm going to do, because I didn't have a big tea to make, I think Tuesday night I did pork chops, and I did them in like a white sauce with lots of different seasoning. I did it in like, do you know the condensed cream of chicken soup? I wanted mushroom, but I've used up all my mushroom soups, so I did a cream of chicken one, but I put my mushroom, you know, my dehydrated mushroom powder with some adobo seasoning and some pepper, onion powder and garlic powder. Put that in the sauce, cooked the pork chops, poured the sauce over it to warm through, finished them off in the oven while I did the roast potatoes, and mixed, what did we have, carrots and green beans and roast potatoes, and that was a really nice tea on Tuesday night. It took, you know, it's easy to make, but I didn't really have time to do anything else because I've been working, been doing some housework and everything else, so I didn't get a chance to film on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, it was like I said, shopping and getting some gardening done. Again, didn't have time to film. So yesterday, I did a spaghetti bolognese in the Instant Pot. I did it, it took like 10 minutes in the Instant Pot from scratch. So what I'm going to do, like I normally do if I've made a bolognese the night before, just with this bolognese sauce, all I'm going to do tonight is just add my kidney beans, some chilli, warm it through, and I'm going to serve it with some jacket potatoes, because we have some jacket potatoes in freezer that have been in freezer quite a while, so I'd like to get them used up. So we're just doing that tonight. So because that's all I need to do today, really, it just freed me up some time to do a little bit of baking. And what a brilliant project that is, isn't it? If you're stuck for time but you need to get some baking done quick, that's the perfect project, really. Because you don't have to have it with cream and jam. Sorry, yeah, cream and jam. You can have it with just butter and jam. We've had these with just butter and jam when we've had no cream left. Absolutely delicious. So if you've got like unexpected guests coming and they let you know at last minute, that's a brilliant thing to make for them, isn't it? You know, if you've just got somebody visiting, just to pop in and have a few cups of tea with you, bob some of them in oven and you're sorted, aren't you? It's a brilliant, brilliant idea. And then they're as easy as the Rice Krispie buns to make, aren't they? The Rice Krispie treats. It's one of them, isn't it? So easy. So tomorrow, might do. No, I won't decide. I won't decide till tomorrow. There's a couple of different videos I want to do with you over the next couple of days. But I'll just see how tomorrow goes first, because I don't normally work Fridays. And if I do, I only work 3 hours normally on a Friday if I do have to work. I'm doing a full day tomorrow. And after the stressful week I've had, I could really do without it. So if it gets too much, I might end up just doing 3 hours tomorrow. So I'll see how tomorrow goes before I kind of decide which video will fit best, you know, with what other things we've got going on. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see what weather's like as well. Might get out in God if it's not too windy. I just can't take you out there at the moment, because as warm and sunny as it is, it's really windy. So all you'd hear is the wind. And it's just not worth me trying to take you out there to show you some stuff. But we will get out there eventually, won't we, people? It'll be more interesting really when the stuff starts growing and you can actually start seeing the vegetables growing, really. That'll be more interesting. But yeah, we'll get out there. I want to get some stuff planted really quickly now, because I think everybody's getting fed up of waiting, aren't they? Can't wait to get stuff planted out. So yeah, that's your scones or biscuits, whatever you want to call them, and absolutely delicious. That's absolutely delicious. So light and fluffy, them. Lovely. So I look forward to having one of them with my tea after. Finish off my chilli con carne and rice. Oh no, we're not having rice, so we're having jacket potato. Chilli and jacket potato tonight. So friends, that's all I've got for you. That second batch, no point waiting for it, because it's only like first batch, isn't it? But, yeah, 12 scones. It's a decent amount, isn't it, for 2 cups of double cream and 2 cups of flour. Can't go wrong, really. So yeah, tomorrow, another video, all being well. So hope you're all doing really well. But for now, I'll say goodbye, God bless, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.